Ask me how I'm living, I'm telling them great. Ask me how I did it, I'm telling them grace. Yeah, hey, ask me how I did it, I'm telling them grace. Ask me how I'm living, I'm telling them great. Ask me how I did it, I'm telling them grace. Ask me how I'm living, I'm telling them great. New me, no time to waste. Look at me, you see I don't play. I keep running on out of shape. Need a hero, go find a cape. New me, no time to waste.
Yo, welcome back to the Real Love and Basketball. I am your co-host, Coach Lee.
And I'm Daryl Lamar Tao. Y'all know what it is.
We are here with yet another episode, another exciting guest.
The day has come.
Finally, we got her in our crib. Y'all don't know who we got, yo. We got something real special for you today. Would you like to do a self-intro, or do you want me to introduce you?
Hey, you my publicist. You know it like for real. I can't tell it like you can tell it.
Listen, the accolades are immaculate, but just to highlight a little bit, we got an infamous mother of two in the league, and I'm not talking about Little League. I'm talking about WNBA and the NBA. I got a Hall of Famer. I got a two-time national something championship, a whole rack of championships, rings that can go on all her fingers.
Just call her Slash. Slash.
just call her the
Hall of Famer.
The Hall of Famer, the leader of the women's basketball side, of men's too, because she's doing some things that a lot of just grown people ain't done, period. We have Miss Pamela Mcgee. Everybody give a round of applause.
Yeah. All that.
We'll have the little sound effects later. Don't even worry about it. But anyways, welcome to the Real Love and Basketball Show.
Thank you. I feel at home already.
Excited to have you.
First of all,
here.
do you have to do the disclaimer?
What's the disclaimer? Listen, David. She needs to watch her mouth. This is a family-friendly show, okay?
Or put the babies to bed.
Right, one or the other.
She may slip.
She may absolutely do
because
that.
we really go there.
So if that happens,
and I really know her.
That is not on me or the show or Coach Daryl. Okay, everybody understands that.
When I come to the kids' games, we just gonna apologize.
Right.
It's a turn up. It is a turn up. Let me tell you. And so y'all think that I'm crazy when I be on them sidelines for my baby. Listen.
Oh yeah.
She takes
and what do I always say? Don't invite me to the game because I see that's my boy. Do him.
Let me tell you how this last game, CT was turned up. He was playing his tail off, and I was hyped. We had just came back in town from Charlotte too, so we literally just pulled up to the game. Baby turned it up playing against he's playing up 8th graders, and these boys was big, nice, athletic, and he was working. So I'm hyped and I'm going in. This one had the audacity to get up and move and leave me in my little section.
I was like, yo, you doing too much now, man. And look, everybody won't turn up in the gym. It was just her. That's it. That's all you heard. Nice hollow gym.
Like me, I'm like, if you see a big lion,
right.
you try to get her cub.
Yeah.
No, and not only that though, real talk though.
Tell it.
When you are a mother of a man child, an African American man in America, every time I can give him props, I give him props. I don't care what nobody else tell you. Who your mama? Put your shoulders back.
Hello.
You know what your last name is?
Hello, somebody.
Yeah.
We like haters. I tell him all the time, we like haters. He was like, Mom, they hating on me. I said, we like haters. He said, why? Because they keep us hungry and they keep us humble.
Absolutely.
When we get it done,
and then they keep us
right back and say, now what?
One thing you can't take, though, is disrespect. Just remember, everybody that ever disrespect you, you got to show them you do this for them. I do this for my haters, literally. I don't do this for the people that love me. I do this for my haters. It's like, you can't do this. How you still doing it? What, blah, blah. Y'all, get it in, bar. It's hard work, man. It ain't easy. Believe in yourself, though, for sure. That's the point. Believe in yourself.
You can continue to hate all you want, but as for me and my child, I shall be the loudest in the gym. Every opportunity I get.
I still had to move. I was like, yo, come on, man. Like, I see if there's 1,000 people in the crowd, we doing our thing. I said, Lord.
My philosophy was always, who do I love the most? These people that I'm responsible for, or what you think about me? Because at the end of the day, like they would always say, we're going to call Child Protective Services. I was like, no, call them.
not call Child Protective Services.
Yeah, you would call that on me. I'll be like, call them. I'm calling them. And then like, so, But my issue is I don't want that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
But we got to stand on it and tell them what we stand for.
Well, not even that. Just listen. How many parents are really cheering for their child? Like, a kid, that's one of the memories that you remember as a child. Like, yo, I always hear mama and daddy hollering and cheering me on during these games and lifting me up and everything. Why everybody's just like, okay,
and I think, and too, though, you have to understand it's a cultural thing, too. Just like church. We're going to get our shout on. White people sit and be quiet.
Yeah.
You know, and I just feel
It's
like
different.
for me, I'm going to always support my own, especially an African-American male, because it's hard enough to survive in America.
right.
As an African-American male, but I always want to know, at least when you leave my roof, no matter what happens, it's that, shoot, I got one at home.
Right.
My mama raised a man, and,
Right.
you know, I'm
Right.
good.
Right,
Yeah.
100%.
And he trusts his own self-awareness, because when you start depending on likes, well,
What that's that, and
You
that's
know,
the
followers.
That's the era we in right now. All
Yeah.
about the likes and the followers.
but that's still,
How many clicks do I get?
yeah.
But
And-
anyway, that's it. See, we already segued into a whole nother conversation. So let's bring it
gets
back.
real.
Let's
Bring it back. Sorry,
So,
see, you get us together, it's over. It's over.
so I know the ultimate question a lot of people always ask me and D, because you know when we're around, the Lord just blesses us with people of greatness all the time, and we just happen to sit in rooms and circles with people like nowhere near those levels. But
I cannot remember how I met you.
that's what
In
I'm
church.
about to
I was
In the
standing
church.
on the
It
right
was
way.
church.
We were
I can't
right at
remember.
shout out Mount Pleasant Baptist Church.
Okay,
'cause-
before you tell me, before you tell them, and I was riding over here, and I'm gonna tell you why.
What?
Because it's like a spiritual connection, or like they talk about the third heaven, or they talk about people. The many are called, but few are chosen.
Right.
So when you hook up with a person and y'all spirits lock up, it's like you forget, because it's like y'all been knowing each other forever.
Yes.
You talk for
That's it.
2 hours, and it's like, dang, you know, you feel like you've been knowing each other
Yeah,
for a
that's it.
lifetime.
No,
Because you
100%.
operate in a whole nother
100%.
a whole nother stratosphere, a whole nother visionary presence.
Yeah, that's it.
I appreciate that. We appreciate
Because
that.
me and you, when you first came over my house, would you bring a wine or something?
Something. Omiyage. It was omiyage.
Oh,
So
yeah,
in
because you
Japanese-
like, you
Japanese
fourth
people-
generation Japanese. She a mutt. That's what she is.
You hear this?
She
See what
a
I'm
mutt.
saying? Yes, I brought something to the house because in our culture, whenever you go to somebody's house, you bring something. It's almost like a thankful.
Yeah.
Thank you for.
But explain. I don't know
allowing us.
if everybody know your culture, so tell me, black.
I'm black and Japanese. These two always got something to say about it. It's always Asian jokes all day. So
All day.
whatever. I stand by it. Yes, I'm black and I'm Asian. So black don't crack and Asian don't raisin. So guess what? I'm gonna look like this till I turn
Oh, Lord.
90, baby.
Man, why you get her started?
Thank you very much. So
But when she did that, because I've lived all over the world, I was like, oh, okay. I was impressed.
Yeah.
I was so impressed.
Well, look, so his mama, I did the same thing with his mama. When I first met her, he took me, first time I ever met his family, he took me home to Thanksgiving. And his mom, I gave his mom a gift. And when we walked out, she said, Daryl, that's the one you're going to marry.
just like that.
Because that is
Just like
rare,
that.
home
Yeah,
training.
Right.
Listen, shout out to Daphne and Parker for raising me the right way.
Hello.
And shout out to my mom for recognizing the queen. You know what I mean?
But not only that, though, serious talk. I mean, we ain't going to try to get too, y'all will have y'all shouting on here. But when, what is it, King Melchizedek or whatever, when he saw Esther, he had like a whole 1,000 of thoughts that came. But he said, yo,
that's
you.
true. That's true.
Yo, all
That's
them
true.
thoughts? No.
That's true.
You.
Right.
I don't care what I got to do. I will give you half my kingdom. Thrust, he had a kingdom to cut up. Joke. No, he said, I'll give you half my kingdom. So what that proves to us, when a king is in the presence of a queen, it don't take him long to figure that out.
Hello, somebody.
There you go.
Hello, somebody.
Yeah,
Put a ring
I
on
receive it. Absolutely.
Put a ring
I'm a smart man, you know? A smart
Anyways,
man.
All right, so back to how we met. Okay, so I grew
I really
up
do not remember.
in Mount Pleasant Baptist Church. It was dumb random. So I grew up in Mount Pleasant Baptist Church, and I was always known there as the little hooper. Like when I graduated, I got scholarship money from the church, all that kind of stuff. So anytime I came back home, and then when I married Daryl, we started CTAB, and we ran Faith Fest through Mount Pleasant. This is before you got there. So the new pastor, Pastor Johnson, he came to us the day that we came to church and was like, we have a WNBA player here. I really want you to connect. I guess y'all had connected on the back end beforehand. So he was like, I really want y'all to connect and stuff. And I think we had there was a breakfast afterwards because it was something special. It was something
I
special.
did the event.
Oh yeah,
for
it
you
was.
guys.
Yep.
Came to the event. Y'all first fundraiser.
No.
Nah,
That was after. This was before that. So
Okay.
we went at the church. So then Pastor Johnson, I saw the picture popped up too. Pastor Johnson connected us, and we ended up sitting down at the table because they do lunch downstairs or whatever we had. We just broke bread and just started rapping and just talking and grooving. And then we told you about CTAB and all that kind of stuff, and you were interested in it, and it just kind of just
Right where the choir be too.
literally just flourished from there. And then we took a picture there at the church because I remember you had on this big fur. Big fur hat and this little chinchilla type thing. So, all right.
We gotta find that picture.
Well, we do. I find that picture once I find it. But yeah, that's how it all kicked off, and then
Wow.
just been rolling ever since then. And then we figured out where you lived and all that stuff, and then it's been a blessing ever since.
Power relationships.
And you call me Ma.
Yes, because like we've been together. Every time we do get together, it's like, and good jewels are sent to my way and all that good stuff. So
True.
Yeah.
that is where we are. And she comes out, and at the time we only had CT. You came out to a lot of CT's game, and that was back when CT was little.
Yeah,
and
he
he
was
was like
little.
6. So imagine her, you see how loud she is now in a 6-year-old gym. Okay. Now I was
In
turned.
Fairfax.
In Fairfax.
No, we're the only black family there. I was like, and I was like, well, y'all just don't invite me. Don't invite me. My baby gonna know I'm there.
That's to tread lightly. So now, full circle. Now we got a new one that you gotta get to know. He's very different, but that one right there, you gonna be like, yo, homeboy been here before, cause he is.
Yeah.
Listen, we would have had him first. He probably would have been by himself for real, by himself. Like, it's different. Blessing. Zay, when you see this later, I love you. But you're different from your brother. But anyways, so yes, we got Miss Pamela Mcgee in the house.
Oh, and I'm also wearing all black for, my hero in the movies, exploitative films today. Richard Roundtree died today.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Salute.
Yeah.
This is my Angela.
Rest in heaven.
R.I.P.
Is your Angela?
Angela, what's her name? Right. I mean, that's what I mean.
So, everybody knows, when we hear your name, everybody knows you for all the greatness, all the accolades, all you're the mother of Javale Mcgee. You're a mother of Imani, who plays in the WNBA, who's now in China playing, right?
And just got her law
And
degree.
just got her law degree, and she's studying for the bar to pass,
That's dope.
to be official. So everybody knows all that. Everybody knows you from USC. Everybody knows you from the Hall of
Olympic
Famer, the Olympic teams, and all that greatness. Take us back for a second. Who was little Pam before she became Pamela Mcgee?
Ooh, now see, I don't know if she ever existed. If she did, it wasn't for long. And you did know I just turned 60, so
Yeah, you did have just
Yeah,
have a birthday.
just-
What's the official date?
December 1st.
What's coming up?
But anyway, I just turned 60, and I think every decade for a black female, you just acknowledge other things. And I just realized that I've always been exceptional and also different. I mean, first of all, I'm an identical twin.
Which is crazy,
6'2".
right? Which is also
You
crazy.
see what I'm saying? I was always in the
So mind you, there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
That's 6'2", running around here.
I was always a gifted student, so I was in like the high level, genius level with all white people. So I mean, I've always been the first female in all male settings, playing ball on the hoop, trying to get a game. So
Did you have any other siblings other than you and your sister?
yeah, I got a brother and I got a younger sister. My younger sister had a scholarship to University of California, Fullerton, and my little brother didn't play.
Okay.
I was really out the house when he was.
So
with
he
my
was.
mom.
You said older brother.
Younger brother.
Oh, younger brother. So the twins, younger brother, and then we have random stop-ins like this on the show. Excuse me. He has not done this in a very long time, y'all. This is
He
very
felt that knowledge.
clearly.
That knowledge.
Clearly.
Yeah.
So siblings. So it's 4 of y'all. So it's 4 McGees. And all of you two played. The twins played. The oldest did not, or the youngest did not. Brother did not play, and the younger sister
Oh
had
yeah,
a
3 girls, but my brother was a juvenile diabetic, so my mother hovered over him. It's true, but he could play, but
He just
he was
did.
the only one left in the house.
Gotcha. So your sister, the youngest sister, did she end up playing? Okay. And how did she do?
She did good. She got a scholarship to the University of California, Fullerton.
Okay. And then after that, she was done?
She had a baby.
Oh.
She got married and had a baby.
Gotcha.
And her husband, R.I.P., played for the Saints.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I mean, they weren't married then, but, her husband played for the Saints in football.
Right. So before y'all got into basketball, was there anything that you ever dreamed of as a youngster before you got to that
it's
point?
just my son and I have been really talking about this because it's just kind of strange because, I started playing basketball at 9, not because I thought it was basketball or anything like that. I just had a really, and I don't even know this. People tell me this because I really don't know. And he went to my mom and he said, your daughters have just this extraordinary athletic ability. I think they could be in the Olympics one day. I didn't know that. My neighbor told me, yeah, remember him saying that? And so I've been playing since I was 9. And I tell people, and I'm even identifying this with, I'm having issues even with my son and his daughters. Because, as a woman, basketball changed our lives. I mean, just if you get young enough, you can, I believe, create a self-esteem. And whether you like it or not, an ego in you a woman. We don't walk in the room with our shoulders down because we know how to ball.
Right.
My self-esteem is I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Right.
And I pull my shoulders back, and when we put on our pumps,
that's what makes us elite.
No, but
you can put on some sneakers and
we can go either way.
And
And when we walk in the room, it ain't what we got on, but everybody gonna like, who is that?
Hello, somebody.
Who is that? Because it's the anointing on your life that you know who you are, and you can't put no. It's like a black man with swag. When a brother walk in with swag, you just be like, dang. But you can't talk about it.
Who that is?
Yeah, and you can find some very attractive men, but they ain't got that swag. And especially that's why I like black men. Note that. Take full note.
She's single. She's just turned 60.
Do you say, I don't know, do you say single at 60? It's like, my
that's
boyfriend.
I was going to say that. So if you were to date, would you call him your boyfriend? Like, is that kind of like
See what I'm saying?
immature?
Then I'm even identifying when you turn 60, your only benefit of being actually married is, you don't want to be out here fornicating.
All right, before we even go, let's pause. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back. So we 9-year-old Pam. Somebody said y'all need to hoop. Good grace to see.
Did we put the disclaimer on there?
Start to go left.
You see it across there.
Yes, big flashing letters. Look right here. The disclaimer. So Pam turns 9.
It's because we in the basement. I just forgot we begin tape. You don't be trying to be all extra.
Listen,
we hang out all the time.
I will cut all this out.
The cameras on. People want to get extra.
You want to get cute.
Want to get
Listen.
extra. Like I don't know what I know.
Listen. All right. Now back to this childhood.
We seriously, we just act like this. We're really dignified people.
We are.
Yeah.
We are. Everybody knows that. I don't know about her, but I do.
We do know how to code switch.
Somebody who was we just watching yesterday was just talking about code switching. I forget. But anyways, all right. See, distractions. People want to hear the story before all this.
Okay, yeah, and then and this is one of the things I've been dealing with too with my kids because they're adults. Imani just turned 29. Javale is 35. He has 2 little girls. So I'm telling them, like, I get it, but y'all are like, and God explained it to me that there's some essence of, and I think that we do people an injustice. And Cheryl did this interview with Knuckleheads, and she had reminded me that back when we didn't make the Olympic team, and this is what I'm talking about, how you got to be careful who you allow to speak over your children and what you speak into their lives. She told you the story about Pat Head, and I had forgot about her story, saying I cannot win a championship.
Like that.
Yeah, you can't win a gold. I don't have to use you to win a gold medal, which is just not true.
So she pause, but she said it like that.
Yeah, she did. She did. So, and I remember when I was on that same team, she told me that I was, I'm already an All-American. I had already won 1 champion. She told me that if she had to, she told me that I didn't play at all, get no ticket. I said, well, why? Do you think I'm not good enough? She says, no, you're probably my best post player. But then she said, And then she said something like, I said, well, you don't think I'm coachable? I got a bad attitude. No, you're probably the nicest kid I ever know. I said, well, explain to me why I'm not getting any minutes. She said, because we got a personality conflict.
You too big of a personality?
We got a personality conflict.
I don't know what that means.
And I look back on that and I said, all right, well, keep your damn team. No, what I'm saying is I look back on that. I ended up making a team because I played the politics, but I look back on that and I said, if I had not had a mother who always spoke in my life,
right,
tall as pull your shoulders back.
Right.
What's your last name? Who your mama?
Right.
Whose daughter are you?
Right.
So when she said that, I'm 17, 18, whatever, and I want to be on the Olympic team my lifelong, I would have crumbled.
100%.
Come on.
Did you ever have a coach outside of your
mama?
mama?
To preach up in here.
Yeah, I know it.
But you see what I'm saying? Because I had a praying mother who spoke over me and had empowered me on that I know who I am, that I don't need you to validate me.
100%.
Because I know whose I am and whose I am.
Right.
Come on, I'm sorry, y'all.
Nah, that's deep.
No,
that's
it is real. And especially now you talk about your sons having daughters. And I mean, and just in this day and age, like when we talk about this when we was talking about the other day, the music. Don't say it. Don't
Okay,
say
sorry. I said it on TikTok, so does it make a difference?
Yes, because we is a family show. Okay.
Well, I'll just say it was a song on I Want to Eat Your.
Yes, it's a song.
Trey.
Everybody knows the song. What's the name of the artist?
I have no clue.
Yeah. Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
Ski Yeet.
First of all, just real talk. I'm a broker $1 million deal. Just let y'all know y'all trying to be so relevant. If I need an intern, I'm a broker $1 million deal. I am not taking you to broker $1 million deal with red, purple, blue hair. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
I'm speaking. I'm unifying myself. Whatever. Okay, but you're not gonna be in no offices and no rooms doing $1 million deals.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
But you want to express yourself, and you're gonna be broke.
Yeah. So here's the thing too, though. You're right. Them big deals, them corporate people not doing that. They throwing these kids and these younger, the little something, these women, just getting it to them, just so they can do that and feel happy because of where they come from. That little bag ain't nothing compared to what they could get if they really represented. You know,
but
had
it's
the
also
talent.
like if I'm not included, I do know this at this age. Only what you do for Christ will last.
100%.
You try to run, get fast money, try to pick up fast women. It don't last. The marriage don't last.
And you'll be always chasing
and
after
you're gonna
the
always
same stuff.
you get a bigger car, you get a nicer car, you still lonely. You still ain't got that Jesus, that
joy.
Yeah. Can't nobody. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong when they say money can't buy you happiness. That's a damn lie.
It give you a little bit.
It can't buy you happiness, but damn sure poverty can buy you grief. Shit, and money can't buy you happiness because you can pay for a therapist and go buy an island and just lay in the island for a while.
That's dumb.
I'm just saying, even Ecclesiastes says money answereth all things. We just don't need to have a spirit of lack. So I'm not going to be sitting up there claiming we got a spirit of lack. Oh, that's sure.
Here she go. All right. So outside of your mama, right? So we talk about speaking life.
See, it's because we down here.
Next time we going to do this upstairs in another room. Outside.
This the man cave, you know, the kickback. That's the kickback.
Down here, we always shoot the breeze wherever we. So it's like I forgot we was taping.
That's the kickback.
Edit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Edit again, girl. Edit
Hey, look,
again.
I gotta edit. No, this thing is running. We running with.
It's like I tell them, the 25th anniversary with Diana Ross. Diana said, "It's my 25th anniversary." Patty, why would you upstage me? She said, "This is Patty. This is who I am. This
Right.
is Pamela Mcgee.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna let it run.
How many kids did I have?
2 children.
And how many kids got WN bed in me?
2
All
children.
right, all right.
Salt to them.
Come on, would you bet on that?
Well, listen.
Well, I'm
and
just
then
asking.
you surround yourself
But
with
I want to
greatness.
ask somebody, tell me
Greatness.
how many one Olympic woman who birthed an Olympian in basketball, how many is it of it? Come on,
0.
tell me in the world.
0.
Tell me in the world.
0.
None that I know of.
Not that I know of.
Just
Maybe one.
bam.
Yeah, right here. And she on the Real Loving Basketball show.
So you
know what
already
it
know
is.
when you put yourself in like-minded
in the world. In the world. I'm sorry.
That's heavy.
Next, I'd birth.
Look, before we say it, I want to go back to a point on your mom.
Oh yeah.
I think it's super key. Why do you feel like your mom? Because some people can be like, try to be too balanced or have a conscience in the sense of, I don't want to give them too much. Like I want to give them the harsh reality, but at the same time, are they ready? But she just went in. Because I have the same issue.
When you say went in, what does that mean?
Meaning like gave you the truth. Like you know who you was birthed by. You know who we are. You know our last name and really went in to make sure you are who you are now.
I personally believe, just even as a coach, military people, athletic people, I don't really raise my kids to be, I'm not parenting them. I'm trying to create disciples.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're a disciple.
Right.
Yeah.
You can we navigate your environment. I could throw Javale in the hood. I could throw Javale in the White House. I could throw him in the IBM meeting with all the top executives, and he'd be suited and booted and use that language. This language, I ain't use that language.
Now, before you got to the discipleship, the Christ part, did it take you time to mentally get to how powerful God really is in your life, or has that always been instilled in you?
Well, to be honest with you, even I'm dealing with this now, is my parents didn't make me go to church. My mom and dad were teenage parents, so we'd always go down to my grandmother's house, and there was a church across the street, and they did this vacation Bible school, and I would get my grandma up. I got to go to church. And also, you know, I'm working on being disappointed in the black church. That's a whole nother show, but one of the problems that I have being a black female is that the black church is really, when we talk about democracy, is spiritual apartheid. Because I was technically preaching at 6, but they told me just because I had a vagina, I couldn't preach.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying my life is totally different.
That is. But now if you think about it now.
And if we talk about democracy, majority, 90% women and ruled by 10% men.
Right. But if you talk about now the times have changed, because now you got some phenomenal people like Sarah Jakes out here killing the game. You got people like, what's Tony Evans' daughter's name? Tony Evans' daughter out here.
Priscilla.
Yes,
whatever.
yes,
Yeah,
Priscilla
right.
Evans. So it's time. You know what I mean? I think the time has changed, especially for women in general. I think there's a whole lot of shifting that's happening. You know, the Dawn Staley's making headway into this game and making changes. But
then when I look at some of these shows, like relationship shows or all the TikTok about relationships, we get in this one identity, women are too masculine or whatever. And I just tell brothers all the time, no, I do not think women are too masculine. That is not it. I just think that they have castrated and demasculinized black men that they don't even know they feminine. We not masculine, y'all just too feminine.
Yeah.
Come on, let's keep it 100.
Yeah, that's real.
A lot of them don't know how to change a tire.
Right.
If like I gotta cancel my gardener, can you cut the grass?
Right.
If I run out of, can you change my oil?
Right.
Come on.
Right. Yeah.
Come on, yo. If whatever we get down 1 month, you gonna get another job.
Right.
So it ain't that we
just know how
y'all
to
just really have been
adapt.
buying that. They have been castrating and emasculating black men, and now you see it.
Yeah.
Right.
And so you saying, oh, women got masculine energy. No. And it's upsetting that now you got to compete against not only white men, but black women to get those sports jobs. That's what it's really about.
Right.
It's just, X's and O's and trying to disqualify women to go get money.
Right.
And just as a person who understands abundance and does not operate in the spirit of lack, you should not want to be with a man that don't want you to make money.
Right.
Well, I don't want a woman that got money. Next.
Yeah, that's it.
Next.
I mean, a lot of times though, you got to just be, comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people out here, not just men, women as well, but the overall thing is, not content within yourself and comfortable with who you are. You stand in it. And it ain't no, if my wife getting money and she doing her thing, I'm gonna lift her up on that. I'm gonna push her towards that. You know what I mean? Ain't no, she getting more money than me. Now we getting money. This is what we doing. Ain't no egos. And that's one of our problems as men. You know what I mean? Ego is killer.
And we the ones that's no matter how much money you make, we gonna always have your back.
That part right there.
A sister, I can carry.
Right
you can
there.
do whatever. When you gotta ride or die, what we doing?
It's different.
She gonna be right there, and she gonna give you everything.
Everything. We're gonna give you the good. We're gonna give you the tough.
But not only that, though, I feel like your relationship is a political statement.
Yeah.
You know, you date your self-esteem.
Break that down. I think they went over their heads. You gotta break that down.
When Esther walked in the room, a lot of brothers be like, I can't touch that. A brother, think about it, an ugly dude that's got a bad girl. You see a fat dude, an ugly dude, like, dang, how did he pull her? All the sisters will be like, damn, I might need to give him a shot.
Right.
Because they were like, damn, if he can pull her. I dated a friend, and he worked down at the Pentagon, and so he was doing this thing. And so we walked in, he was meeting all. So this is what I'm talking about, levels. There's levels to this thing. So, and he's like,
I want y'all to know, every time she tapped me, my whole arm's about to fall off. Okay? I just want to let y'all know.
But this is what I'm talking about in reference to dating and don't be unevenly yoked. So we always talked on the phone, but this is my first time that we went out, right? And so needless to say, he goes in there, and I scan the room. And, you know, I'm nice. You know, I get nice, but when I want to go out, I get nice, because, you know, that's that Flint in me. But make a long story short, I say, man, he goes and he introduced me like, oh, this is my date. I said, no, tell him I'm your fiance. We're the only black people in the room. Yeah. You walk in with a sister that look like me. What job you want?
Right. Too much.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm with it.
But when a man knows who he is, a woman only enhances that.
100%. 100. I totally agree with that. So going back to your mom and you know, getting to that next level. Did you ever have a coach or anybody outside of your mother that was like really, like, when you think about your upbringing, this person really put a footprint in your heart?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm really like, I'm pro-African American, I'm pro-black, but the first person that taught me this game called basketball was a white man.
Understand.
The only white man that my mama let use a paddle to spank me.
Oh, wow. This was your first coach?
My first coach.
Nice.
In the hood.
Nice.
But I'm just so happy, not that there was a white man that came to save the natives.
Right.
But because I had a multicultural experience like you, I just loved all people.
100%.
Yeah.
But don't get it twisted. I love my own and myself. You know.
What do you think you would be doing something else if basketball was not?
I would have pastored or been a church or like Imani, an attorney.
You think I could see you as an attorney?
Yeah, most definitely. Or you
loud.
or either Oprah, one of the two.
This is not correct. I can see it. Everybody.
Objection.
Yo, and I mean, if I'm fading or whatever, these my peeps. This like my real soul daughter. I guess I call people that sometimes when you get people in your life that they're not really like your biological people, but if God sees there's a need in your life, He'll send you a soul mother, a soul daughter, because they fill that gap that your own biological mother, not that your biological mother ain't good, but there's some areas that maybe you can't, whatever, and He will provide. Because I am that I am. He will provide that for you.
Absolutely.
So, and you my
Spot on.
soul, y'all my soul son, but you my soul baby. Me and you cool, but I'm love my baby.
Yeah, no doubt.
You married into me.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
No offense.
I get it. That's how our relationships are. Like, He bless you with, people in your life and you know it because it's authentic. So when we get off subject, we doing our thing, that's as real. So the audience gonna feel that and need to feel it because there's so much bubblegum stuff out here as is.
And at the end of the day, I think the reason why is because we authentically love ourselves, but we authentically don't be worried about them because God called us to a higher.
Listen, I just had this conversation.
So no matter if you like me or not, I'm not accountable to you. I'm accountable.
Didn't I just say this yesterday?
Come on, let me stop preaching because my kids are healthy.
I gotta tag in. I gotta tag in on this one though. Yesterday, literally, I just had a conversation about with my AD about. I had one parent this past season.
I'm gonna stop.
Yes, one parent this past season that I just coached. One that made a complaint about me. And when I say made a complaint, it was straight lies. So this person, and for the record, if anybody ever watches this, I know who you are.
Talk to him.
Just gonna say that. And my AD didn't tell you. I'm not dumb. Just I know who you are. But anyways, so this person stated that I would line the kids up and told them that if you can't play basketball and if you can't do your school, you need to find something else in life. One. Then said that I would just make them run for no reason till they threw up.
Which could be true. The way we were raised.
Listen, but I am one of very few in the school that I'm at. I'm not gonna sit here and jeopardize just to prove a point. It's not that deep, okay? 2, and then said some other ridiculous comment, and I'm like, for one, I really wish some of y'all, and this goes to a lot of y'all parents who complain about coaches, stop hiding behind the pen. If you are that about it and got so much to say, we're adults. There's nothing but space and opportunity. Please tell me and give me an opportunity to rebuttal. However, at the end of the day, just like you just stated, the haters are going to hate. And I said this literally yesterday. Y'all can say whatever you want. God has put me here for a reason, and he will be the only one who will take me out of this position. So.
But also just a word of wisdom, because, you know, I'm more than your mother. I'm more than your mother, but I'm also your spiritual advisor. Mm-hmm. I think we do give too much energy, because if you think about it, when the 2 went into the 12, only 2 came back and said, we can take the land. Mm-hmm. So I think we give people too much. I know for me, I'm just telling you the truth. Mm-hmm. I've been apologizing to my kids. Mm-hmm. I've been apologizing to my people who are next to me. Like, everybody don't want to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's real.
That is true.
There are people there would never be another LeBron James. Mm-hmm. There will never, and the reason why I took that for granted, I had to apologize to my kids. I had to apologize to my friends. I only know legends.
Right.
I don't know nobody else. Cheryl Miller said something so cold on another podcast. Yeah. They just asked her, who have you ever played against that bust your ass? Mm-hmm. You know what she said?
Nobody.
No. You know what she said?
Who?
Man, y'all write this down. Get a pen, because I had to bow homage to the GOAT. You know what she said?
What did she say?
She said the only person that bust my ass was the doctor who took me out and woke me up.
Now, that's a good one. That's a good one. That one, I might have to put that in my pocket for later.
That's the locker room. That's the locker room.
That is a good one.
That is the locker room that I was in.
That's a good one right there. No, I like that. But to your point, like you said, we don't need to give a lot of people a lot of energy, because some people don't get it. I will say that too. That was one of the conversations too. Because I brought in a whole lot of WNBA Hall of Famers last year. Think about it. I could only imagine if I had a coach that gave me access.
What'd you hear? What'd you say?
If I had a coach. What?
Right?
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Many are called, but few are chosen.
Oh, yes.
But what I'm trying to get you to understand is stop assuming.
100%.
No, I had to go to therapy. My therapist said, why are you hating on people because you think you got 2 kids in the WNBA and the NBA? You think everybody just thinks like you.
Listen,
I do this stuff naturally.
That is what me and Daryl talk about all the time.
We could be playing Monopoly. I'm gonna be the national Monopoly champion. You see what I'm saying?
Listen,
we could go golfing. I'm gonna be. Come on.
Right.
I could have won All-American in all 3 sports, volleyball, because that's what I do.
Right. That's what Daryl says all the time.
So I'm really into this third heaven and going to the next level. And I even tell my son this. I say, you got to make a decision on what type of player you want to be. Because there's 3 types of players. It's guppies, sharks, gray white sharks. Mm-hmm. So the sharks gonna eat you up, chew you up, regurgitate you and say, come back, done. But then when you get to the guppies get over here with the great white sharks, you say, why you eat the guppies? They shouldn't have been swimming in deep waters.
Heavy.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I had to start understanding that I only played with sharks. Yeah. Cheryl Miller, Lisa Leslie, Don Staley. Those my dogs. Like, we played together. So I was like, everybody don't think like that? Because I'm the only people I hung out with.
Listen.
In every football, I hung out with Olympians. I hung out with all the boxers. Anybody that was I'm hanging out with you. Because I figured, like, I ain't intimidated. Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I assumed that everybody thought like that.
They don't.
Yeah, you can't assume. That's the one thing that they used to tell me all the time. You can't assume you and anybody else. You cannot think people think like you or you, everything that you do in anybody else. Because that was heavy for me. Because I'm always like, I give, I'm here, I'm supportive, I'm rocking. I always expected that return, bring it back in return. We should be reciprocating the same behavior, but I can't expect me and anybody else.
But that's what people really mad at though.
Right.
That's what they really mad at.
Which
because
part?
they can't when they hating on you, or they jealous and all that stuff they talking about you. That they can't duplicate or do what you do at the level you do it, and be surrounded with that.
But
So that's what they jealous of.
I also understand that, like I said, those special people. I know they would never understand with you because I'm doing this whole sermon and piece on divinity. When a black man and a black woman connect, all of our ancestors celebrate because now they realize that they are a divine being. You become more powerful when you get a wife. A man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Every good and perfect gift
Absolutely.
comes from above. But so when you start understanding that, that's how they've enslaved us not to break down the black family. Just like in the 60s, when if you was on welfare, the man couldn't be in the house, because the black family is the pillar of any society. And now they doing the same thing. Black women giving you a lot of money, and your man got to make just as much money as you do. Well, even the 1%, it ain't even that many black people in that level, and there ain't obviously, and it's not that many black men in that bubble either. So you automatically cut yourself out of the dating pool, which you can't procreate.
That's correct. Yeah, it's true. 100% true. All right. So
Do you know disclaimer? We didn't want to get date
Nah, I gotta do it though. That's needed though. That's real.
because we READ.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so now we got through this. We done got through it, and now we're back into the basketball world. I know beforehand, after you, I guess, essentially retired, did you?
So one of the things is I went to the Final Four every year except my sophomore year. But one of the reasons I knew nothing about women's basketball, I knew nothing about the Final Four. All I knew about myself is I will never lose.
So what's the?
And I didn't even know what the Final Four was. I just was like, I'm not losing.
So you ain't never watched no women's basketball or anything?
Nothing. I just said because on the park, in the hood, if you lose, you can't get back on the court.
Yeah, that's it.
So in Flint, if you lose in the morning, you might not get back on to the next night. So with that conditioning, I just say we ain't losing.
Right, right. What was the best place? So after you done did all the college, you done played in the Olympics, you done played in the league. What was one of the biggest areas or moments of your life that you remember, minus the accolade parts? What's something an experience that really stuck with you through this game?
When Javale did the two-handed dunk with the
what's the name?
No, I would say three things. They all involve my son, unfortunately. I'm just saying it's true.
Is Javale your favorite?
I've been talking. I don't know if I can tell him yet. We old school too. But so my 55th birthday, Nevada is playing. It's on the YouTube too. Nevada is playing USC. Javale tells me, "Oh, we should go to the game." And not only he happened to be off that day.
Right.
Make a long story short, he throws me a surprise birthday party and flies in my whole basketball team.
What?
Oh yeah, I think because
and they made up a thing called "You Want a full free ride, a full trip with the TravelGoddess.com sweepstakes." This is another thing that I'm working on too. Therapy works. This is so deep. When you have been through so much trauma in your life. When the sun is shining, you instead of saying, I want the sun, we do like this because we think something is
wow.
That's true.
God has been telling me, I prepare a table for my enemies, before your enemies. And he said, I put you there because you deserve to be there.
And because you can handle it.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is where I want you. You in alignment with me.
Yes.
And I mean, that thing just blessed me. And I'm just saying, once with COVID and all this, that we've been through a lot just as a country. But we gotta stop, especially now dealing with this prosperity of finances. Love is love. But if we can build together, we can create because the ancestors will lead and guide us.
That's his biggest. He just had a whole speech about
whole
that at
speech.
the premiere. He talked about especially in his area, if everybody will come together, how much more they can accomplish. How much more we accomplish.
No, and I'm telling you because it says in the Bible, it says the ancestors talk to them by clouds, by day, by fire, by night. When you lock up and you turn out the noise and you walk in your own divinity, this gonna bless you. Because I said, really, God wants to know how can a little man control an elephant? When the baby's an elephant, he tie him on, right? Well, we all came from that time, but then when the elephant gets bigger, he can step on the man. But even if he takes that off, he still think. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the only way a man can control the elephant is the elephant forgot who he was.
It's a fact.
Come on, or didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
That's true.
Come on.
That's funny you say that because you do have to. You got to stop, and this as you're working on it, I'm working on it too. Like sometimes you got to embrace who you are and what God has for you, and the things that happen. You got to be like, yo, you know what? I deserve this because you do. When so many great things are happening, or you see it, you almost expect for the negative to happen, or be like, man, shoot, all right, it ain't gonna go this way.
I had to start saying, cause I live a blessed life. Thank you, Javale Mcgee number. Him love him some mama.
Right.
He really do. Him love him some mama, and praise the Lord. But I live a very blessed life. But I'm learning how to let go of, and I ain't no prosperity naming and claiming, and God defines you by all that. You gotta have a rose. You know, I'm not in all of that. But what I'm saying is, I just know that if I would have learned how to lock in earlier and knew who I was in Christ, and that of all things, and whether you want to take it or not, the poverty is what got me my scholarship.
Me too.
I was hungry.
Yeah, me too.
I was hungry.
Yeah, I talk about it all the time. If it weren't for basketball, I wouldn't have had no scholarship. Like I had to work actively for something because I knew
wasn't no money at home.
It wasn't no money at home, and I was the first one to graduate college in my family.
And let me get deep with y'all, cause you gonna feel this. I told them at USC, I said, do you know how fast I had to run? If we running a mile, you were 3 laps ahead of me. I passed you and won. Do you know how fast I had to run?
Right.
Not only did I catch you, I passed you and done that stuff. Come on, man, because everything I figured, I had to figure out trial and error from the hip. I ain't call. And then if I messed up, I ain't got Uncle Bobby, yo, can I get $100,000 to whatever?
Right.
That's it.
I'm gonna bump my head, but also it made me a lot more cautious.
Well, it's necessary to go through the trials and tribulations to make you into who you are today. Because if it was easy, everybody be doing it,
that's
right?
it.
So you gotta go through those bumps and those bruises. But you done sidetracked me and made me forget everywhere we was going.
I love.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say. So you said your 3 greatest things. You said Javale 55th birthday. What's the other 2?
When Javale did the 2-hand dunk contest.
The 2-hand dunk. I
But
remember that.
not because he did a 2-hand dunk contest. For me as a parent, he made all that up. He didn't let me see it. He told me he scripted all that up. And he missed a couple dunks. So for me, I looked at it as a symbol. Like, he didn't have, his dad wasn't around. He came, but no financial help.
Right.
Javale don't like me saying that, but that's my truth.
Right.
Y'all can be boys now, but don't deny me my truth.
Right.
I was grinding.
Right.
Okay. See? Digress.
So the 2-handed dunk.
Okay.
And then the third.
But what was powerful is because of the fact that was the time he wanted. After that, he kept saying, "Javale, go to chapel. Mom, what you want? You to go to chapel. Don't forget whatever." And then he said, after he did the dunk contest, he said, "Mom, I want to go to church."
Oh.
But I'm gonna start crying. He said, "I want to go to church," and so I'm saying like, "Yo, come and get me, Mom." Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, "Oh, this man want to go to church. You want to go to church?" I'm praising God. So I go pick him up. We go to church. You know what church we go to?
What?
The same church when I was pregnant with him and I was going to have an abortion.
Full circle.
The same church. I said, yo, God, he said it's going to be, this is a gift from me because having life is a gift.
Yeah.
This is a gift for me. He'll be a light unto the world. And I said, but God, I ain't got no money. Don't worry, God provides.
100%. Well.
And then I go to church and then, in true story, I went to the park and this lady comes next to me and she says, what's wrong with you? I said, I'm pregnant. I think I'm going to have an abortion. She said, that's all right. But you're going to see that baby again. She said, baby's got souls. You can take his life, but it's got a soul.
Gosh almighty.
I ain't never seen this woman. I said, shut up. I ain't tell her that, but it like messed with me, right?
Yeah.
So then I said, well, I'm going to go to the beach and pray. And then that Sunday I went to that church, and he was preaching, don't abort your blessings. That was a sermon.
Yeah.
Don't abort your blessings. So full circle, my son comes, and we at the church, and my son, I'm standing up shouting. He's like, what's wrong with mama? He preaching, God's been too good to you. You've been blessed. It was full circle.
Talking right to you.
Right.
And then, the dunk contest was really when Javale put himself on the map. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He became more like, took himself to another level.
What's the third thing?
Oh, I don't know now. I got distracted.
Well, what about personally, aside of your children? Because, of course, we're always going to do everything about our kids.
I see. I've been dealing with that, too. My children it's like.
You're everything right now?
No, I'm saying being a single mom, I'm like, I don't know. I think it's almost we give too much. That when it's just time for us to love on ourselves, we feel guilty because we remember how we was moving pennies. Yeah. Moving pennies. Oh, baby, don't worry about it. Granny, mama, why you ain't got nothing? Right. I ain't got nothing. Y'all go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Right. We just do that automatically.
Right.
So when it flips, we just kind of be like, do I deserve? Should I do?
So nothing sticks out to you, thinking, reflecting? Because we did just talk about that yesterday, and I said, remember, you need to stop and smell the roses and all the stuff that you're doing, because that's all she do. She move. I'm doing this. I'm doing. Where you at now? I'm about to go do this, and I got this going on, but I'm gonna keep doing this. And I said, Ma, stop and smell the roses sometimes, because if you don't, you gonna miss it. Like God, that was 1,000% what God said too. That's hence why we have a Sabbath. You have to stop in the moment and look at what the blessings have been, not continue to just chase and build on everything that you've already been given.
It's hard when you're a go-getter, though.
It is, but if you know what God has done for you and you trust that he will continue to provide, you got to take a moment and sit back and say, dang, like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I am that I am.
I think it goes both ways. So, because I was the first, so, first at everything. First, African American in some school. First, Black African. I could do a whole thing on my first. You start to especially 60s babies, we would be bused. So the white people didn't want us there. Then all the black people don't talk about colorism, but black people would tell us, you think you better than me, who you think you are. So we never really fit in with anybody. So you just learn how to depend on yourself, because you knew also on what that authority or responsibility that you had on your back. Many are called, but few are chosen. When you know you the first, you chosen. So I can't act up because they're going to say, we tried that black people thing. All black people cannot take this job because we had a black so-and-so. And now I have really cut off my people. But in the same sense, you don't want the responsibility. Everything I do is because of my people. Right. But all I'm saying is we never fit in. So because we the first, we never fit in. So you always learn how to operate by yourself. I could pretty much any job I got, I could do 10 jobs. 10 jobs by myself. Just in case you trip, the ship's still gonna sail.
That's it.
But God is saying that's operating out of spirit of lack. Because even Jesus needed 12. Somebody need to hear that today. Come on.
Surround yourself.
Come on.
We were born to help each other out.
Before you move on, you talked about in the documentary in Boo when I came over to interview you about when Javale was kind of feeling himself because, and this is for all the parents out there with kids and trying to figure out how to navigate this thing and listening to this coach or that coach. Give us a little bit about that story about when he got beside himself and you had to wake him up and all that stuff.
So when he really started getting, he was getting recruited a lot, we still worked out every day. I mean, people think you just wake up one day and be a pro. We would practice an hour and work on skill development at 6 a.m. before school. So I'm knocking on the door, boom, 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 nice phone. He answering all the college coaches and all them calling him. And so I knock on the door, boom, 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 boom. Yo, come on, let's go get it. Nah, why not? They say I got NBA potential. Oh, hell no. I said, you right. You got NBA potential. That's right. Potential. You when you looking for some potential. Get up, let's go get it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then I took the phone and I was like, no, they come through me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I try to explain to him too that when you're a multimillionaire, it's a clock. You're the 12, maybe I'm the 6. Your agent is the 5. Then you got the auto guy, you got the commodity guy, the one guy, the agent, you know, the agent or whatever.
Yeah.
But I let them know, yo, you only got 6 o'clock. The clock don't exist without the 12.
Right.
When the 1 and the 2, they bigger than, they trying to make their money, but they want to get more money than you.
Right.
You got to get off the clock.
Right. Right.
And I tell them, you still the 12. Everybody come with an agenda. Just make sure they on your agenda. What's best for you? Because some of these agents, they really ain't looking out for what's best for the player. I'm going to sign 3 players, so I'm going to work this deal over here. I don't care. No, Javale gets the most max, period.
Right.
I don't care what you doing for them other cats. You represent my son. I don't want to split the bill. They call it cattle negotiating.
How did you navigate that whole thing? You know, I know
First of all, real talk, I know everybody. Right. Period. Because I played this game, so I can get in the doors. People know my name. I can get in the door. Second of all, this ass has gotten me in more doors. Me are so basic. Y'all gonna have to cut that.
No. Let's get into that. I think I saw that on Instagram the other day. On Instagram. So is that?
That's true. That's real talk. So people, I don't know why I'm getting so.
We gonna come back to that.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I don't know why I'm getting so enlightened at 60, but so I realized also. So for me and you, we play ball with men, right? So as women, we have 2. Like the dual personalities.
Yes.
Yo, I'm busting your ass over here. We playing ball. These my dudes. Boom, 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 boom. But when we got a man, there's our whole side. Like this my man.
Right.
We a whole different creature.
Right.
A whole different animal.
Right.
But these Negroes might want to know what that side look like. They don't get that opportunity.
Hello,
There you go.
somebody.
There you go.
Because I be talking
How
about
do y'all turn as a man? How do y'all turn that off though? Because I assume that it's probably hard.
No.
It's not hard?
Just so, let me tell you this.
Break it down.
So,
break it down
I'm going to break it down from a 60-year-old perspective. When you ever go to the dog park, you in the dogs? I know you've been around dogs.
Yeah.
I'm not a dog.
The dog park. This is what I try to tell people. When a pig rides in the dog park, the rock water, the poodle do this. Boom. Lay on her back.
Yeah.
Don't nothing, just lay on her back. If you a man and you about your business and you running things, we ain't, boom, when you in a picture, I'm fading the back. Because you, baby, you all that. You a man.
Yeah. Right.
What? Some jump off at the house. Why would I want to run down there, baby? Baby, somebody's in the house. Oh my God, baby. Now, real talk, if I'm by myself, I got the Glock. I got the Glock.
Yeah. Right.
When my man ain't there. When my man there, I'm getting it.
You gotta feed it. Listen, you got
baby, please. But
that's real.
all of us are monolithic.
Yes. Oh, there go y'all dictionary word. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up after.
I went to USC.
Well, I went to.
And I actually went to class.
Right.
I know what that is too.
And I want to say this too. My daughter Imani got a 32 on the ACT.
Hey. Yeah. Okay. All right. But she's about to be a lawyer.
And not only that, she was #1 senior in a President's Award out of 50,000 students at UT.
Out of 50,000.
Congratulations.
Of a predominantly white institution.
Yeah.
That's my baby.
She ready. But no, to your point, I mean, and I'm glad you're speaking about that because I think that's important for people to know. Like, we are in this game, and it's a male-dominated game, but only few of us know how to navigate that space with respect, especially when you're tied down and you have your own husband. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people, like you said, there's a lot of girls out here that don't know how to listen.
No,
and be stand up on their own.
I don't believe in all of that. Like, I'm not one of them. I don't want you to get this twisted. I ain't one of them. Like, us just be your wifey.
Oh no! I ain't saying that. I'm saying that.
I'm not one of them.
We navigate space. I know how to handle my business, but I know how to handle respect with my husband.
If you are a man who is secure in yourself, a man that's secure in himself ain't going around telling people he's secure in himself. He just does what he has to do. And he wants me to be all that I want to be. Because the more you are, the better he looks.
100%.
And not only that, when I don't base my relationship on how I look, you know, there's a level when I say you get to, we pass the superficial, we ride or die. That's not, you know, and that's a whole nother level of relationship. It's not just sex. It's not just, it's about us coming together to be all that God has called us to be.
Us to be.
And our heirs.
Yes.
And these gifts that God has given us responsibility
100%. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's not a lot of females who can stand and do that strong and willingly and be effective in this world. It's just like you said, you got Sexy Red out here who's like, only way for her to get it, talk about what she gonna eat. Like, don't do it.
Okay. But even with that, why, I don't understand, why would you allow your children to hear that?
Listen.
There's no balance. Like, you don't take them to church, but you allow them to hear
No. Before we move forward, though, not even hear it, to participate in it. I don't know if you saw the little viral video going around with the little, he had to be every bit of 6 or 7.
Yes. Oh, my, yes.
6 or 7.
Yes.
He out there rapping. So they got this little platform where, you know, now everybody's rapping with the microphone outside.
Right.
So this particular platform, you know, social media, all the rappers go up there and they rapping outside, they doing their thing. They had a 6 or 7-year-old kid out
I
there.
give him about 8.
Rapping, cussing, what he gonna do, who he gonna shoot, who he gonna knock down sexually, all this little
and
crazy.
everybody in the background like this.
Grown men.
Grown people like, and I'm like, that's
okay,
sad.
and I'm gonna have to have an issue with that too. Just on a whole another level of spirituality and acknowledgement.
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm trying to do is apologize to the hood. You know, it's if you ever been through therapy, if you ever been through a stage in your life when you're really looking at like, wow, this and that, you know, it's an apology. And the apology is, we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, if somebody never been done together, we don't know what we don't know what the side effects is from nuclear energy. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't know what the side effects was from fracking.
Right.
Till they fracked. So what I'm saying is, it's an apology to the hood. I was one of the affluent, thank you, Jesus, because God, but one of the affluent black people, we really gotta, you know, and I'm not comparing myself with the Obamas and these people who are blessed, we really gotta apologize to the hood, because I feel like what we did with integration is made white folks more money, made white neighborhoods better, and nobody went back to save the hood. You understand what I'm saying? And so we lost touch, because as soon as you got a little money, you had to get out the hood. And I'm not saying I'm a victim too. Them Negroes will stab you. They will, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to live in the hood.
Right. That's funny you said, not funny you said it, but how you put it, I had never heard nobody really apologize and have really sympathy for, because that's what we are trapped in a sense. And when I was looking at those videos and when I see it, that's what I see. I'm like, damn, man, we just don't.
No, what I'm telling you is before, I know my generation, before we were tight. My mama, if I did something at the corner store, she would call Miss Lily. Miss Lily would call her. Miss Lily would spank my butt. We go down the street, my mama gonna spank me again.
Right.
If person didn't have a rent, they used to throw rent parties. They still throw a rent party because we only had each other.
Right.
When they opened up integration, because we live in America and we just think white supremacy, oh, the white schools are better. You know, now they may have more academic exposure because they got more money and more books and all of that. But when we took our kids out of poverty and then you go see this level, it ain't really nothing to do with race. You lose your self-identity because the difference between us and our generation, the last generation, we heard that, but Miss Odell Broadway was in church saying, baby, you all that. Black is beautiful. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. You got to be smarter than them white folks. So I knew who I was as a culture. You understand what I'm saying? And we were rooted and grounded in the things that we loved about each other. Soul food on Sundays. You know, we all had cookouts. We all depended on each other. And, you know, we didn't tell our own narrative.
Before we go. So we'll close out real quick. So 2 things I want to say. One, to this day, do you still be fussing out Javale on the sideline when you watch him play? Do you? Oh
no, I'm quiet now.
So you don't say nothing. You don't be correcting him no more.
No. We you know, my C's ain't like, you know, when you got that $50 million deal, you know, your seats move up. The lower the contract, the seats accommodate the contract, so I can't be
like, okay.
No, we're a little higher up. When you got that, you know, the big deal, the 50 million, I was on the floor. But that's good money management.
So, that's good. So then to close out, what is one thing you want people to remember Pamela Mcgee by?
Woo! Hey, I mean, I know this, whatever, that she put some really beautiful humans in the universe. I mean, Javale Mcgee, Imani Mcgee, Stanford are some beautiful humans. Like, they are, I wish I had what they have, but they are really people who I birthed that have gifts and speak and think like they really want to change the world. Like, they really believe they can, you know? And sometimes I be like, dang, who was your mama?
She gonna make sure she get her props. Y'all gonna remember this name. Well, anyways, as we close up,
okay. And just for, like, so, and it's just, so this is gonna bless some single mothers. When we were at Phoenix, this woman, white lady, runs, like she's running at me, like she's dropped it, and she says, excuse me, are you Javale Mcgee's mom? I'm like, yeah, I'm Javale Mcgee's mom. She says, you know, I just want you to know that we love your son. And one single mom to the next single mom, I just hope that my son grows up to be half the man that your son is.
Oh, that makes you just feel like.
And I'm talking about as a mom, I was like, I tell him, what price can I put on that?
Yeah.
Bro, it's priceless. There's not enough zeros.
Yeah.
Says that lady didn't have to come to me.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's
good
what you
humans.
want.
Good humans, right. Good people.
That's awesome. Well, we want to thank you guys for tuning in for yet another Real Love and Basketball episode. This one could probably go on for hours and hours.
Hey, we're going to have to do a part 2. I ain't going to lie to you. It's so much jewels and so much game. Yeah, it's so much I want to dive into on all fronts that I think is needed, but also it's just great conversation.
It is.
We might have to do a part 2. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, we thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in next week for our next episode, and we will holler at y'all soon.
Absolutely. Take it easy.
Ask me how I'm living, I'm telling them great. Ask me how I did it, I'm telling them grace. Yeah. Hey, ask me how I did it, I'm telling them grace. Ask me how I'm living, I'm telling them great. Ask me how I did it, I'm telling them grace. Ask me how I'm living, I'm telling them great. New me, no time to waste. Look at me, you see I don't play. I keep running on out of shape. Need a hero, go find a cake.